government disputes that. That amounts to like 2% of the population of this country, considering the fact that we are 40 million. So these 2% of the people living in Kibera alone, combined with other slums, that's a considerable number. And they have been left out. Actually, the only time the mainstream media focuses on slums, it has to be something bad. Either a fire, or child prostitution, or post-election violence. So people have been accustomed to thinking that slums are places like hell. And there are both good and bad things about the slums in general. So that's what we focus on, not only the bad things, but also the good things. And then we also give the community a chance to read stories about themselves. And we are unique in a sense that we do not sell our newspaper. It's free. Because most of the people cannot even afford to buy food for themselves. So assume selling them a newspaper. So you are giving them free information, and they are real stories told by the people themselves.
In 2007, as you may recall, during the post-election violence, the main focus of the media was on the slums. And afterwards, they shifted all their attention to politics, and no one was there to cover the issues happening to people in the slums. These were the youths from Shining Hope for Communities in Kibera came up with an idea of conveying information of the issues in the slum through journalism. And that's where they came up with the idea of the Kibera Mirror.
Kibera, malutapata daily wasena mizigo, kazi yao tu ni kuhamahama. Kibera, malutokyo no kidish ni obvious, mazio kitashikwa na tamaa. Kibera, maliziuno kimademu, kuwezi pata ustori na uwana.
I lead a team of 8 journalists. And these are not just your usual journalists. These are people who have just finished high school and they think that they can make a difference through journalism.
Okay, I'm Isaac Gomba, 22 years old. I'm working as a production coordinator at Piramira, and also I do design and layout of the magazine. Currently, I'm also a student at Nairobi Digital Design School, which I'm partaking a design course in web design. Since I joined Piramira, I've got the skills like I can now write a story. Now I'm confident in writing and also getting the journalistic skills. Apart from that, also I'm trying out to also be a layout designer of a magazine, which I'm very much interested in it.
I'm Sylvia Nekesa, 21 years old, part of the team of Kibera Mirror. In Kibera Mirror, I'm a writer and also I work with the production manager to come up with the page layout of the paper. My experiences in Kibera Mirror is that I've worked with Kathleen Boga, who is group design editor in the National Media Group.
Edge, right? So type doesn't go right up to the edge like that, does it? There's a little bit of an edge. So click on your object, again with your black pointing tool.
Object.
Okay. Just click on.
I wrote about cervical cancer because I thought that in Kibera, not so many women or people know about cervical cancer, and not only in Kibera, but a lot of parts of Kenya. So I thought that cervical cancer is a very deadly disease which not so many people know about it. So I decided to put it on paper so that a lot of people can be aware of it. Because in Joanna Justin Genie Clinic, every Tuesday from 8 to 2, there is a free cervical cancer screening. So I decided I thought that if people can read it, they can get the information, and those who are not tested can come and get tested to at least prevent the disease.
I'm Owino Paul, 20 years old, and a news article writer for the Kibera Mirror. Having been in the youth group for 2 years, it's been a good thing working with the Kibera Mirror, since now I can write newsworthy articles, which I never could. Initially, I could write only about opinions, but now I'm good. I give thanks to Vincent Achuka and Mr. Dan Whipples. The most interesting story I did was on water vendors' plight, where the few water vendors who were willing and able to give us stories told us the things behind shortage of water in Kibera, blaming the Nairobi Water Company and the city council.
Kibera mali tutokea no kidish ni obvious mazio tutashikwa na tamaa. Kibera mali si uno kimandemu huwezi pata ustori na uwanachama. Kibera kuna tribe kaa zote Onyango Musyoka hadi Kama. Kibera hata tukuishi.
Imejaribu to bring a picture to the Kibera residents ambapo wajue nini na take place within this atmosphere ya Kibera, whereby ina deal na effects ambazo zinajaribu kuumiza watu kwa hii society, na through hiyo watu wanakuja up kujua ni vipi wanaweza jidevelop kimaisha when wanasoma hiyo gazeti. So now imekuja kusaidia wale ambao hawezi afford ile do ya kununua gazeti from the National Gazette. Unaipata free of charge hapa hivi ndani, unajaribu kukupa na ile story iko, unapata hiyo story iko within the surrounding of the Kibera residents. Upande wa youth inajaribu kwa brainstorm akili yao smarter, ambapo wapate venye wanaweza kusaidia kimaisha, venye wanaweza join wakiwa wameleta talents zao kwa society, instead of using drugs, whereby inajaribu kuteach my youth instead of using my drugs, vitu kama hizo bring my youth pamoja, or to find way ili wanaweza jisaidia kwa maisha yao through income generating activities, vitu kama cleanups, vitu kama sports, na inajaribu create awareness ya my youth for society.
Media elsewhere in Nairobi and Kenya doesn't pay much attention to the community unless there's some horrible disaster. So the Mirror gives a voice to the young people and to the residents in the neighborhood that they haven't had what's been 9 months now, almost. And essentially, what I try to do is make sure that the writers get the stories that they want to get and write them the way that they want to write. And that's the way I view my role. It's just strictly advisory, letting all of the policy and content questions are made issues. Decisions are made by the staff. It's been a real eye-opening experience for me to come here and see all these people working so hard and trying to create something that's going to be important for a long time. I've been a journalist for more than 35 years, so I hope I've learned something over that time that I can impart to these young people who are coming up. And like I said, they're very enthusiastic, they're quite talented, and it's a real joy. Kathy and I talking about this. It's been really a pleasure to work with them, because when you make a suggestion and someone sees the sense of it, and they actually go and they do it. And I've worked in a lot of places where you make a suggestion when I'm the boss, right? And you make a suggestion, and nobody does it. But here, people feel like when you explain a sensible approach to them, and they are able to convert the idea into action.
As a business writer, I was inspired by the unique businesses that are done by the slum people, or the people who live in the slum. Like in the past few months, we covered 3 different stories. The first one was about the guy who started his business by selling eggs, and later grew up and started a mini supermarket. I also covered a story of a woman who uses charcoal dust and soil to come up with cheaper fuels, which are less expensive, and the price is suitable for the residents.
Women go through several challenges in the community, and most of them always go unnoticed, and some of them are not addressed. So far, as a Kibera Mera team, this team has been as a mouthpiece of this community, and most of the challenges the women go through, try to focus them and make them to be known to the public. Ensures that each and every member of this community knows what is going around him or her.
Okay. The Kibera Mera, to me, it is a timely initiative. It is actually bringing a lot of issues to light. The residents in Kibera, like myself as a business person, it is an opportunity for me even to get a place where I can advertise my business. As I've seen one of my colleagues, a friend of mine that I know very well, this John, who has come up with a mini supermarket in Kibera. Actually, it is an encouragement to young people that out of their initiatives, they can also succeed in life.
In Kibera slums, we have so many health problems affecting the people who are living here. Sometimes you can even find a child going to like a pit, taking the food which is put, the left foods that are put there. After that, they take the food and they eat something like rice, the bones which are left. After taking them, you will find the children suffering from typhoid because of eating the dust. So they suffer from that. As a health writer, I'm trying to bring out the issues which are affecting people living in slums area, in Kibera slums, and I decided to do that because there is so many parents doesn't know about health. So at least when they see them in paper,